All right, I'm back. So I've got the top of my backing fabric all pinned to my leader cloth, and I'm ready to, in just a few seconds, to start rolling everything up. But I want to talk about a couple of things before I start. First, I prefer pinning. A lot of people like to use what is called the red snappers, which is this system where it has you run a piece of piping. It's like a plastic piece of piping that goes through your leader cloth, and then you have little clamps that you clamp your quilt down. I've tried the red snappers. They just didn't work well for me. I had a harder time getting my backing straight using the red snappers. There's also some people who like to use the sew type magnets, and sew type magnets are great for a lot of things, and they're probably great for loading your quilt. And I'll be honest, I have not tried that for loading a quilt. For me though, I know a pin is not going to move. Something could slip out from under a magnet even if the magnet's really tight. I'm not saying it does. I'm not by any shape of the way trying to disparage the sew type magnets. I love sew type magnets. I use them for a lot of things in my quilting. But it's just a preference for me. I prefer pinning. You may not. You may have a different method that works for you, and if it does, go for it. The next thing I want to talk about is maintenance of your machine. Dust. Dust is your enemy, and right now I have a lot of dust on my table. So I have this little broom, and I also have smaller little brushes that I use for like around my bobbin area and stuff, but you need to get rid of all this dust before you start your quilt. So I will do that off camera. I'm not going to dust everything, but I do want to talk here about these little channels. So your machine, the wheels of your machine runs across these channels. And if there is any dust or dirt or threads or anything on these channels, it actually will cause your machine to skip stitches. So if you ever have your machine skipping stitches, one of the culprits could very well be dust that's trapped under these little wheels. So if you look at your machine, up underneath here, there's these wheels that run across these channels, and even this running across this channel. Dust buildup getting under your wheels will make your machine skip stitches. I don't know why. I don't understand the mechanics behind it. I just know that's what I've learned that in my experience. So I definitely will take time to finish dusting my table and my machine before I even turn anything on and get started. I may have to turn it on just to kind of move things out of the way. But also oiling. So every time you start a new project, you need to oil and clean your bobbin area of your machine. So let me go off camera here and finish this dusting, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to start rolling up this quilt.